Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the Patriots. With that, we'll send you up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots.
Hey uncle, your daughter said hello.
Here we go now. No, check. Patriot.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Patriot, here we go. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Gone.
On first down, Osweiler. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one. Right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
On second down, Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Under pressure, they got him again. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Here we go. Let's round.
Throwing, Hundley. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down.
Here we go.
Now Hundley. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. On fourth down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First and 10, it's Osweiler. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And we roll now on the offensive starters, and everybody always loves to talk about Gronk.
And wouldn't a lot of teams love to redraft right now? This guy went in the second round, yet no matter what, you've got a game plan for him when you're opposing him.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Let's go. Blue, landed.
In motion, the tight end Reed.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Back 99, Philly, here we go!
Now Osweiler on second down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. Third down here. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. In motion, the tight end Reed.
Gone! Back 99, Philly, here we go!
On third down, Osweiler. Over the middle to Smith. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Detroit! All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot! All right, here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Osweiler. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit! 3-19! 3-19! Leopard! Leopard! Here we go!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Jerick McKinnon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Marty! Marty! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Osweiler's going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Throwing, Hundley. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Smith, the man in motion left. The play clock's running down. After the interception, here's Osweiler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. 2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. And this one complete to Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third down now following the completed pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Gronkowski, slot left. The center receiver in motion to the right. Play action. It's Osweiler. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A 3rd down. He tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fielded just inside the 20. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go!
They'll run it with Coleman. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. And now out come the Patriots. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's McKinnon. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
In motion, Patterson. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
No. Check. Patriot! Over!
Osweiler. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's real.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Play action. Now Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 57.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. That's caught at the 2. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down, Chip Kelly's going to say, let's bring out the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd down and 4. Now Hundley. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing, Hundley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And some space here. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Hundley. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Patriots coming out now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here again is McCannon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down. And I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
And the back goes into motion. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now Osweiler on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Now let's go. Blue, land it. Right there, right there. No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action now. Osweiler. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Osweiler will throw again. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing, Hundley, and he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Nigel Bradham able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's caught. Shepard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Hundley. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the line.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. From the shotgun, he'll nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
Throwing the fumble recovery, it's Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's fourth down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out here in the eye. Coleman now. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it third down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
3 yards left to grab here on third down. They come up in an offset eye. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Third down and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing, Hundley. Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He's got time, being chased out left, and avoids the contact by sliding. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll start the drive with Washington, fighting through. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This time, Osweiler will throw. Over the middle to Smith. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 10 yards to go on third.
Time right. Now let's go. 3,
Now it's Osweiler. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. Going to throw right side here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's go. Blue 90.
On second down, here's Osweiler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Let's go.
Now Hundley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 5. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Throwing Hundley. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's fourth down.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
On now the Miami field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Coleman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught, Shepard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Hundley. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Out of the gun now on third down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're